Ladies and gentlemen, they recently had another meeting in California on reparations. And, they're opening up the floor for the public to speak. And, it's a very emotional topic for many people. So it's not unusual for you to see people acting in all kinds of different manners. I mean, it's going to happen, you know, and when you have this type of meeting, that's what it's for. The public voice their opinion on the things they want in reparations bill, or whether they feel the amount is a good thing for the people or not. So, I'm going to play a video. I don't necessarily agree with everything this man said, but I'm going to go ahead and let you get a little snippet of the kind of things that were said at the meeting. And I'll be right back with my commentary.
Okay, real quick, damages, certainly they have to go back to slavery. We're talking about compensation back to slavery. What are California's residency requirements? There should be no resident requirements for California. We have to encourage our people to come back to California. What better way to encourage our people to come back to California if we have no requirements? Okay, I'm Reverend Tony Pierce. I'm the CEO of Black Wall Street Project. We're a global organization. We have offices in Canada, Mexico, all over the world. And so we're all in this fight with you. How will reparations be paid? Let me say something real quick. I did a little work with the people, and I want to give you advice.
I'm so sorry, your
Okay,
time is up. However, feel free to come back tomorrow.
I'll be
Or
back.
Okay, wonderful.
And 200,000 is not enough.
Thank you.
223,000.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know, everybody is always going to feel like it's not enough money. And you're going to hear that a lot. You know, People are just looking at the labor and the racism and the redlining and all kinds of discriminations that we have dealt with, and they just want to see a good price tag on this thing. And I do get it, and I understand. So the chair of California Reparations panel pushes for wealth, mansion, or property tax to pay billions to descendants of slaves. Experts testify white people are more likely to be rich, so should help accumulate funds. So the chair of California Reparations panel is apparently pushing for a wealth tax, mansion tax, and a property tax to pay billions of dollars to descendants of slaves. Members of the California Task Force set up an underwoke um, Governor Gavin Newsom have previously proposed paying each Black resident in the state $223,000. To make up those funds, Camilla Moore tweeted over the weekend that the panel is considering proposing a state estate tax, a mansion tax, or a graduate property tax. This is what they're recommending as far as getting the money to pay for the reparations. So, the final recommendations to the state legislature, which is due this summer, the panel heard from tax law experts that white people are more likely to be wealthy. So, proposals to redistribute wealth would directly benefit the Black population. Calls for reparations to compensate Black Americans for the damage caused by slavery are nothing new. But the left leaning states and cities have recently run into problems when they have tried to put those ideas into practice. Many proposals have been controversial with questions about who gets the money, how much, and by whom, proving divisive. Look, we've already been divisive for 500 years. So the word divisive, it means absolutely nothing to me. When you can prove to me that we've been united all this time, then perhaps I'll listen to you. But we know that's not the case. So don't come to me with no divisive talk. And we have never, ever been united on anything. Among the suggestions brought up at the California Reparations Task Force meeting on Friday were proposals to tax the rich, such as a state estate tax or a mansion tax, incentivizing wealthy people to help fund reparations by providing tax breaks, or helping all taxpayers below the median wealth line by means of the tax credit Market Watch reports. Their suggestions were all based on the notion that current United States tax code favors the wealth, who say they are more likely to be white. Our tax laws are written, have impact. This is what Dorothy Brown, a tax professor at Georgetown Law and author of the book The Whiteness of Wealth. Okay. How the tax system impoverish Black Americans, and we can fix it. Black people are likely to pay higher taxes, she said, because they are less likely to gain access to the same tax breaks as their white peers. She said the best idea to fund reparations would be a wealth tax credit. Okay. So, I mean, it could work. I mean, I see where they're going with this. Given the racial wealth disparities, this will result in a disproportionate percentage of Black households receiving the credit. Two estate planners, meanwhile, introduced the idea of taxing swollen wealth to replace what they call stolen wealth. Sarah Moore Johnson and Raymond Odom claim that the wealth gap widened in 1981 when then President Ronald Reagan implemented the largest tax cut in American history. The two cited Federal Reserve data from 2019 that showed the average white household had $812,000 more than the average Black household. They propose creating a state estate tax, a mansion tax, and a graduated property tax. Although they noted it may not be possible in California because of Proposition 13 tax properties based on the value when they are sold. So, in her testimony, Moore Johnson, a founding partner in the Washington, D.C. Base Birchstone Moore, also proposed implementing a reparations tax fund that could receive charitable donations. So that, it just sounds like at the meeting they're still trying to kick around different ideas on how they can get the money and then turn around and get it out to the people. So, look, for these next meetings that are coming up, you're still going to have people coming up to the podium to talk. This is just the way it is until they come up with a solid plan that they can submit. And they're trying to do that by this coming summer. So I will try to stay on top of what's going on in California, because one thing they're saying, they don't just want this for California. Whatever they come up with, they're hoping that it'll be a blueprint for the rest of the country that's doing reparations, or have committees that, different locations have put together for reparations. But we shall see. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.